Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. I'm glad to be alive, cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I'm young and dumb and hopeless, right? But I'm bound to turn out alright, yeah. The city's really not my vibe now, so I'm moving out my parents' house now, to go and live another life where my dreams don't lay down and die. I'll hang out with the folks on screen. I'll be chilling in a pot of gold. You should bet your money on me, cause I'm never ever coming home. I'll fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom.
You can call 1,000 times, but I'm not picking up tonight, cause I'm a bit too busy serving all the smiles, having me a real good time. With a drink full of bubbles, it slipped out from my health. Holy shit, I just stumbled, still I'm feeling myself.
Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. I'm glad to be alive, cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I'm young and dumb and hopeless, right? But I'm bound to turn out alright, yeah. The city's really not my vibe now, so I'm moving out my parents' house now, to go and live another life where my dreams don't lay down and die. I'll hang out with the folks on screen. I'll be chilling in a pot of gold. You should bet your money on me, cause I'm never ever coming home. I'll fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom.
You can call 1,000 times, but I'm not picking up tonight, cause I'm a bit too busy serving all the smiles, having me a real good time. With a drink full of bubbles, it slipped out from my health. Holy shit, I just stumbled, still I'm feeling myself.
Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. I'm glad to be alive, cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I'm young and dumb and hopeless, right? But I'm bound to turn out alright, yeah. The city's really not my vibe now, so I'm moving out my parents' house now, to go and live another life where my dreams don't lay down and die. I'll hang out with the folks on screen. I'll be chilling in a pot of gold. You should bet your money on me, cause I'm never ever coming home. I'll fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom.
You can call 1,000 times, but I'm not picking up tonight, cause I'm a bit too busy serving all the smiles, having me a real good time, with a drink full of bubbles. It slipped out from my health. Holy shit, I just stumbled. Still I'm feeling myself.
Fly with the stars, so I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, 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 boom. I'm glad to be alive, cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I'm young and dumb and hopeless, right? But I'm bound to turn.
What is going on? Welcome back to another Wednesday stream. Today we'll be back to Shopify development. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Hi to Bleach. Welcome to the stream again. My moderator is finally on time. Hi Bleach. How you doing? And to the rest of you who is here, hi. How you guys doing? How's your weekend? Or how's Tuesday? It's been quite a lot of work these days. Because yeah, finally got a job and now they're like helping me setting up my stuff. So speaking of that, I'll be starting on Monday, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a Monday stream. I could, but I think it's gonna be late because my work starts at like 9:30 and then it ends around 6. So I will be in Paris, so I need to go back home to start Monday stream. Though I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. So if I can make it, I'll probably be late for a Monday stream. But I'd love to do a Monday stream just to, share what happened that'll be great. My first day. Thank you, Bleach. Yeah. So this is just an update on what can happen next week. I'll start 9:30 and I'll finish around 6 p.m. So, but I'll still try to stream. I'll do my very best. So yeah. So the situation is for every week I will be in the office like Tuesday. On Tuesday, that's the only time I will have to go to the office, but the rest of the days within the week is all remote. But it can change. So that being said, I'm kind of worried about the schedule because if my work stops around 6, then I will need to adjust once again my streaming schedules. So I mentioned that I will stream around like 5 p.m. here in France every Wednesday, right? But I couldn't follow that schedule because of things that's been happening lately, and I need to do stuff to finish my work. So yeah, I'll probably update those schedule once again, which is quite unfortunate, but it's still gonna be the same. I will be streaming Monday and Wednesday. Nothing's gonna change. It's just the time. Because yeah, I have a work now and I will need to adjust for a little bit. So yeah, that's just what happened. So now they set up my I already signed the contract. What else? And now they gave me my email, my working email. We have Notion. I have Slack already, but I haven't opened it yet. I'm not gonna open that yet. I'll give it some time. And what else did I do? Today I just did a little bit of work on my personal projects and my my report, and also I wrote another script for my next video. So I'm currently working on a video for theme blocks, so that's going to be out next week, right? So yeah, that's what's gonna happen, or that's what happened. Okay. You can have a late stream. Yeah, that's probably the best option I have. What's your post at your new job? You mean my position? I'm a full stack developer, so I'll be working the back end and the front end. I also got a job, kind of. That's great. That's great. I'm happy. Happy to have a job. Hold on. Actually, looking at my stream, I don't see anything on my window. That's bizarre. Refresh. Okay. Oh, whatever. I'm actually thinking of like changing my streaming tools. I'm using OBS, but I think I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna get the Streamlabs. I'm gonna purchase that and I'll switch there. Maybe I can just make it bigger since you don't see me anyway. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so you also got a job, but what kind? I hope it's like coding or something somewhere around your passion, what you like to do. You already had one. So how many jobs do you have? Ethical hacker, okay. That's great. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? Like I said, we'll be continuing the Shopify theme development. I plan to create more components and continue another set of template files. So that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, it has a lot of coding. That's great. I mean, that's gonna help you. It's gonna give you more experience in the coding side of things, which is great. So yeah. I can imagine. But yeah, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Happy everything is going well. What about everyone? What about the others? How are you guys doing? Do we have new things in the on our Discord? Let me just check. Nothing in there. Okay. What about on Twitch? Get nothing in there. Okay. So I guess let's just continue with the project that we need to work on. So let's just go back to the main scene. I hope this works. It kind of do. So let's do that. Okay. Let me just adjust all this. Just like that. This one too. All right, perfect. So this is what we did last time. I think we converted the parts of the hero section into blocks. That's what we did. That way merchants can now create blocks or remove blocks, like the title, like the text, or the buttons. So let's see what it outputs. Let me just open my terminal. There you go. Alright, so let me just change my directory to my live WeeklyHow. And let's run, it's not npm, but like Shopify theme serve. Nope. I believe we can just execute npm run dev, because we already have here the concurrent command that should run not just the Shopify theme dev, but also the Tailwind CSS command, which is great. Okay. So it's also creating the asset file. Okay, good. Let's just wait for it to run the commands. And let's get there all of the URLs that we need. Okay. There we go. That's for the Tailwind CSS. Let's wait for the rest of the code or URL. And after that, I will push all these changes. That way, if any of you want to see the code, you can do that on my GitHub repository. You can find it there. Taking some time. Okay, there you go. Any of you tried to work with the new updates from Shopify edition Winter? Any of you looked it up or tried something? Like the new hydrogen, for example, or the new Shopify CLI, I don't know. Okay, so let's try this. I'll just copy this. And where is my browser? Just open a new tab, paste it here, just like that, and I'll just put it here. Okay, what was my password again? I always forget. That is quite annoying. But that's okay. That's all right. Let's go back to VS Code and I'll just copy this. Let's go back here, create a new tab. That's not gonna work. We need to make sure to get rid of this. There you go. Nah, my friend did though. Oh, what did he look? What did he try? From Josh David, the Discord link in the info on the video says it's invalid. Oh, really? Okay, let me update that. Let me update that. Let's go back to my browser. We should have an invitation here. Set this link to never expire. Okay. So that should be the URL. And also, welcome Josh. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Weekly How. How are you doing? And I really appreciate you joining us today. If you have anything to share, or if you have any questions, suggestions you want to see, don't hesitate to share it with us, and we'll do something great. I'm great. Didn't know you were doing live stream. We've been doing this for like weeks, I believe. Yeah, it's almost a month, to be honest. We started like last year. Was that right? Bleached? I think we started like around December, end of December. I'm not quite sure, but I think it was like weeks ago. But yeah, I also announced this not October, definitely not October. No, I think it's December. I didn't live stream before December. Was it November? No, it's definitely not November because I'm still depressed that month. I'm not sure. I don't think it was October. Hold on, let me just. Shut up. Live. Yeah, the first one is like a month ago. It was do we have December 11? Oh, it's actually 11 of December. Didn't know that. So wow, it was quite a while, huh? It was a long time ago. Okay, so we're almost 2 months now. This is great. We've come far. But I'm also missing quite people. Used to have Marcel in the chat. We used to have Music Forever 326. We used to have Coding with Week, but they're gone. But regardless, it's great. Cyan Dog, exactly. Where are they? Yeah, life happens. But yeah, anyway, Josh, welcome to Weekly How. Welcome to stream. Happy to see you. Just have taken some courses. Thank you so much for taking my courses. I hope you enjoyed them, or at least I hope it was useful somehow. I hope it helped somehow. Not my browser, it's not working at the moment. What happened here? Happy to be here. I'm happy to see you here. That's all. Okay. So yeah, like I said, if you have anything to share, if you have anything to like ask questions whatsoever, they'll be appreciated too. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. We are a wholesome stream here in this community. So feel free to get comfortable, get yourself a snack, water, Gatorade, Coke, not the drug one, but we good. I'm trying to open my theme editor, but it doesn't seem to work. There we go, finally it's working. Definitely useful. My wife also has taken your course to learn Shopify. That is so nice. That is so nice. I appreciate that. I'm actually touched. Why do I have accent? Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Just knowing that this I would screenshot this. Yeah, it's great. Thank you so much. Say hi. I want to say hi to your wife. Thank you so much for taking my courses. All right. So let me just go back to my admin and we'll get the password, because I don't remember the password. It's somewhere like, I don't know, always forget about it. So let's okay, Likai. Let's put it here. Awesome, there it is. So this is what we did last time. We created the hero section and made it into a block. Now if we take a look here, actually no, we don't have, that was not the hero section, because here we don't have any blocks. So if we add a block like image, for example, that should add that. If we add a title, that should add the title, and we can move it at the top. This is what we did last time. Actually, I kind of want to also add something for this, like if you want to make it center, left, right. Yeah, maybe we can do that. The buttons, let's add it. Where's the buttons? Okay, so it's not going to display because there's nothing here. Okay, there you go. So we have 2 buttons. Perfect. Save. Okay, so let's add settings to this. If you want to make it into a center, we can do that. So let's go back to VS Code, and what we want to do is add a setting to those blocks. So here we have the image block, we have the heading title block, and we can just add a new setting here. Like for example, the type, that's going to be options, right? Or select. And the options that we want is left, center, and right. Next up, let's add default value. Let's make it into center. And the ID, that's going to be align. Hero heading title, let's put it this way, hero heading align. That's very specific. I always like to do it that way, at least I know which ID it is for. And for the label, we can say text align. I think that's good. What happened to your stream elements again, Bernard? Yeah, it's quite buggy. So if you decide to, for example, do a super chat or a donation, it's not gonna do any effects whatsoever. So that's what I'm trying to say. We'll switch to Streamlabs to do my stream next time. So yeah, it was quite unfortunate. I thought it's gonna be consistent. It was not really consistent. It's buggy. I hate it, but we move. Okay, so now we have the select. Let's make sure that we don't have any errors. So there is an error here. It says that setting with ID align default must be one of the values, and that's what we did, right? Center. Did I do something wrong? Or maybe I need to turn it into an object. Yeah. Label is supposed to be left, and the value is supposed to be left. And let's create another option. That's for the center, that's for the right. Change this to center. We'll give this a value of center. For the label, it's going to be for the right. This one's going to be for the right. Okay. So if we save this, that should not give us any error. Okay, so invalid, there's an invalid schema. Invalid JSON in the, oh, forget the comma here. Okay, let's wait for it. There you go. So there's no error anymore. Perfect. So let's go back to the browser, reload, And this time, if we take a look at the heading title, now we have left, center, right. So we can change this. So now we just need to use the value. Okay. And to be fair, you know what? It's either we pass their class names or not. So we're here in the heading title 1, block.settings, hero heading title. And for the class, am I using any class here to align it? I don't think so. It's just tracking normal, tracking tight. Maybe I'm just gonna add like style. I think that'll make it more easier. So text align. So we have like center, left, right. So we can just append here or interpolate the value of block dot settings dot hero heading title align. Okay. So the value of text align is going to be either left, center, right. So if we save that, let's make sure that we don't have any errors. Oh, by the way, are you guys seeing my code? Is it clear? Did I zoom in? All right. You guys see this? Okay, so let's reload. This time, the text should be center. There you go. Now it's center. If we go to the left, that should be left. If we go to right, that should be right. Okay, it's much better. We can do the same thing for the buttons, right? Now if you notice, why is this doing it like this? And that is because I believe in the theme settings, in the scheme, it's just this. We didn't really update our color scheme. So don't be surprised if the color is doing that. Okay, so maybe we can do the same thing for the buttons. Maybe we can put it in the middle. We can add like alignments. So let's scroll down for the buttons. And here, we'll do the same thing. Perhaps I'm going to add a header and just give it a content of like stylings. Not stylings, but like positions or transform. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably it doesn't to some of you, but what I'm trying to say is underneath of this header, we'll add the option tags or the select. So type is going to be the select, and the options will have a bunch of JSON object here or an object, and we'll have like a label. It's going to be left, and the value is going to be left. We can change this. How do we do it? How did we implement the buttons? So when buttons, we have a div. Okay, so we're not really using any display flex here, but we're using inline here. Okay, so perhaps we can turn this into flex. And flex row. Maybe that'll work. Because what I want to do, if the select is set to left, then we can just turn this the value to justify start, right? Let's go to Tailwind CSS. Usually I don't do it this way, but I'm trying to experiment how we can do it with just classes. Flex. That's not it. Justify content. So we have justify start, justify center, and justify end. We can use this. Okay, let's try it. Let's try. So justify start. Sorry. Label. Let's turn this to center. And the value is going to be the class justify center. And next up, no, label. This is going to be right. And then we'll give this a value of justify right. So we go from justify start to justify center, justify right, depending on the value of the select. That being said, we can start giving this a default value of justify center and an ID of button alignment. Buttons align. How did I name our buttons? That's fine. Buttons align. And what else? The label, buttons, space, alignment. Okay, I think that's good. So now we can just use this value, this block setting here in the when buttons, and just interpolate the value here in the class. So maybe after that we can just type block.settings.buttons align. I like that which attribute we want to use, or which setting, or which ID. Since we are inside of the when, our IDE knows which one to display. It's really cool. I like that. So buttons align. Let's save that. Let's make sure that we don't have any errors. Okay, there's no errors. There are no errors. That's good. And let's go back to our browser. Where's my browser? This one. And here, let's just reload. And now, notice that the buttons is now in the center, in the middle. So if we click the buttons, we have buttons alignment now, and we have the transform header. If we go to the left, that should move the buttons to the left since we're using justify start class. And if we use right, now we're using justify right. Or no, it's not supposed to be justify right, it's supposed to be justify end. My bad. Okay, let's just scroll all the way down and change this to justify end. Okay, let's save that once again. Let's make sure that we don't have any problems before we push it. Let's reload. How is my stream, by the way? Is it all right? Because I'm getting a warning on an error. It says like my stream is buggy or like lagging. Oh man. Okay, so it's in the center. If we go to the left, justify start. If we go to the right, justify end. Great. That's pretty much it. That's how you create those or align your blocks. That's it. All right, so now I guess we can now push this. It's better. I like that. We can just open our source control and literally just push all this. We made a lot of changes, huh? It's good. Okay. It's good. It's fine. Audio clipped a little. Nothing really. Okay. That's great. Because I'm getting like a warning here on my studio control panel. Just want to make sure that everything is okay. Thank you for that. Okay, let me just push all of this. I guess we can now label this as completed. We're not gonna go back to this anymore. Hero section with blocks. We can even add like an icon. Ooh. Submit or commit. All right, let's push that. Okay. Great. That's pretty much it. Good. All right, so I guess the next thing that we need to do is to make sure that if we want to reuse or rerun our like Shopify theme serve command, because I have heard this issue before. Like whenever I stop working on my Shopify theme project, I have to run the same Shopify theme command. And every time I do that, all my work is gone. All the settings that I did is gone. How is that even possible? Well, one of the reasons why it happens, and that's because we didn't really, or most of us, we don't set up the sections properly, or at least the templates. So if we go back to the templates, for example, and if we take a look at the index, we're literally just including the hero section here, for example, and the image banner. We're not setting up the settings as well. So whenever we restart, let's do that. I'm just gonna restart this. CLS. And make sure that, let's clear that. Okay, so now my Shopify theme serve is gone. Let me just create a new terminal because I don't like this. I don't know what's going on with that. A new terminal. And I'm going to run command prompt. I'm gonna separate it, to be honest. Here, let's cd to the live stream directory, and we can just copy what we have here in the package. That is, I want to separate the commands with separate terminals. Okay. Oh, sorry. Why did I do that? Let's do it that way. Okay, so now we have here the tailwind. Maybe I can just rename this. What happened? I'm trying to rename it. Tailwind CSS. Let's change the color. Green. And for this one, this is where we're gonna execute the Shopify theme serve. So cd live stream, and we'll type Shopify theme serve. And now we can just rename this to Shopify CLI. Let's change its color to blue, I think. That's fine. Okay. So now let's just wait for it to synchronize. Do you have a Shopify course? Yes, I do. One from Udemy and one from WeeklyHow Feel free to pick either of the two. Thank you for the question. And thank you for sharing it, Bleach. Okay, I think that's good. We can just open the same. Just try to reload it. There we go. So see, now that I restarted my Shopify CLI, everything is gone. The hero section, the blocks, they're no longer here. That's because we restarted everything. Everything is synchronized once again. Gone. Everything is gone. So how can we make sure that whenever we redo things, our code is, or our work is back? There's a couple of things that we can do. First is we manually work on the index.json. For example, okay? For example, we add the settings here. We give it a value. That's one of the ways to do it. Or we push the changes that we made and literally just copy what we have in that index.json in the online store, in the dev online store. I'll show you what I mean by that, okay? So let's do this. Let's just go back to the browser and start adding the blocks once again. So the heading title, it's in the center, that's good. Let's add the text, that's good. Let's add the image, perfect. And let's add the buttons. It's not gonna display anything. And that is because we don't have any URL in that button. So let's add a collection. Okay, that's good. Let's add things here. Don't matter which one. Okay, let's save that. Now it's saved. Okay, so now if we go here, just 3-dot button. Let's open the edit code. Open that. And that should open the theme code editor of our local theme. Now if we open the templates folder, and here in the index.json, we have all of this. What you can do, you can copy all of this. You can do that. But I advise to read through this, understand what's going on. Because sometimes it can be confusing, especially the titles, or not the titles, but like the IDs of the blocks, for example. Because notice that it has this weird set of characters. And we don't have that here. We just literally made our type readable. But, you know, if you're that lazy, you can just copy all of this, go back to index.json and paste everything. That should be good on its own. Okay? You know, it's funny. I got back to this. I already talked with Shopify about this. Like, what is this Shopify? There's no documentation. What is the /? Is it /? No. Yeah, that. Pages. There's no documentation for that specific syntax or keyword. Nothing really. In the JSON specifically. And they haven't talked about that. Or maybe I just missed it. I don't know. But I don't see it anywhere. Which is weird. Right. So we have here the setting value. We have... Where does it come from? Setting value. And there's no such thing as like Shopify. Shopify. That. It's not even searchable. That's remix. That's remix. That's remix. All this is just remix. Admin GraphQL. Partner, checkout, Hydrogen React. Storefront, maybe it's storefront we have. Nope. Admin extension, Hydrogen, REST, customer, payment apps, Liquid, Shopify attributes, nah. Nope. Literally, there's no documentation for this. I asked about this before. No answer still. Well, yeah, we move, I guess. But anyway, let's save this. Let's save that. Let's go back to our theme editor. Let's reload. And we should have the same thing. Right? We have the same thing. That's good. So now, let's try to turn off the Shopify CLI once again. Okay? Everything is gone. If we try to run it again, the Shopify theme serve command, this time we should not lose everything. Oh, what is that thing? Shopify theme serve command is deprecated. Shopify theme dev instead. Okay. I did not know that. Okay, that's good to know. So now let's go back here. Reload. Let me just go back to the chat. It's been a while. From Parham Degani, I really hope I pronounced that right. From Parham, really sad that theme app extensions don't support repairing blocks within a section. Because of that, I have to create an app using Asset API. They have theme blocks already, but it's still in beta. Like you can reuse the same block? Is that what you mean? Like say for example, you can add a block in a section, your section. And you can also add the same block in other section. Is that what you're trying to say? Repeating. From Butter Amir, hello. Welcome to Wednesday stream. I just want to say hi to every single one of you currently here. We have 10 viewers currently. Hi. Don't hesitate to collaborate with us. If you have any questions, something to share, don't hesitate to do that. Hi. Imagine a review section where I can add up to 50 reviews manually to that block. Okay. Because I think blocks, they have a maximum number of blocks, right? Oh, you mean like a block that will do a loop? Is that what you're trying to say? A section where I can add up to 50 reviews manually to that block. When you say manually, you manually create those blocks one by one. Unless I'm misunderstanding your idea. Yes, exactly. So it's like a repeating block. I mean, technically you can do that. Blocks where you add as much FAQs as you want. Technically you can do that with theme app extensions. Is it not possible? I think you can do that. I think you can. Because I built like a theme app extension specifically to create accordions. Huh. Did I have that here? I think I did have it here. Oh no, it's no longer here. Really? Because I did create a theme app extension where I can create like accordion. And then you can add as many rows as possible. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't really confirm it right now. But yeah. So if that's the case, then your only option is to assets API, yeah. That's one way. But I wouldn't recommend using asset API. That's a bit over the top. And that's a lot of work. Is there like a maximum? I don't think there is a maximum. Because if you create a theme block, you should be able to do it this way. Right? So the maximum is 50. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's already a lot. Let's try. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oops. 15, 16, 17, 18. This is gonna take a while. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Okay, let's do a poll. Is the maximum 50? I'm just messing. Yes or no? So we are at 49. Whoever said no. Okay, that's you, Bleach. And I assume Parham was the one who said yes. We need more votes. Who else said yes? Who else said no? Exactly. So let's see. Is the maximum number 50 or it's already updated? We'll find out in a couple of minutes. Let's see. Alright guys. Any of you can vote yes or no. That would be great. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's end this. So there's like 1 yes, 1 no. Okay. Are you guys ready? Bum! Oh, yeah. So it's still the maximum number of blocks. Interesting. Congrats, Parham. You got it right. I was hesitating. Yeah, I was like, they might have updated it already. Okay. Yeah, that's a block then. Shout out to you, Parham, for winning that poll. Good job. Okay. So if that's the case, if the only maximum number of blocks that you can add is like 50, your only option is to create another section. That's it. If you don't want to risk of using Asset API, which I don't really recommend, the only way is, since it's a theme app extension, they can just duplicate the freaking section and add like another set of blocks in there. And if you want to make sure that all those sections is consistent, for example, maybe just make sure the settings are properly implemented. So say for example, you have an example that says if you want, what was it again? Imagine a review section. We add to 50 reviews, right? And usually you have a review section with a heading title. And underneath of that, you have a bunch of like cards for those reviews. What you can do, this is just an idea. The setting for the heading title is you can disable it. You can disable, you can enable it. You can display it, you can hide it. That way, for the second section, you don't need the heading title. It's gone. So the two sections would like touch each other. But I know it's stupid because you can literally just adjust it here and there or remove it here and there. But that's just one way I would look at it. Right? Think about it this way. Let me just clean this up because it's stupid. Click. The power of click. There you go. So imagine this is your theme app extension. You can just add another hero. I can't even add another one. So that's embarrassing. But I can move it, right? Yeah, I can. So for example, let's add another one. Can I add another one here? Just duplicate that. It didn't really duplicate. That's embarrassing. Why even bother? Hero section. I would need to create another set of it. So let's copy that. Paste it underneath. Just don't mind me. I'm just making sure that I can add another one. So hero section 1 and hero section 1 here. That I agree. Like you have to reload every single time here in the theme editor. There's still many rooms for improvement for Shopify. So now here we have two hero sections. Now imagine this is a review section. You have all these blocks here, right? Now what we want to do is get rid of the heading title. So it would look like they blend with each other. You get what I mean? Let's also get rid of that. So in a way, they kind of work. They're separate sections. They're two sections. They're the same section, but you just customize the blocks inside of it. That's one way to do that, since there's like limit. Yeah, but in that case, I would rather use Asset API to make it easier for the user. Yeah. But I'm more like thinking for the theme app extension. But yeah. For the Asset API, you have more control over it. But I think my problem with Asset API, if it's like a Shopify app, is that you're literally changing the architecture of a Shopify theme. So I said this in the past, if the merchant decides to uninstall the app or change, not uninstall the app, but like uninstall the Shopify theme or change it to something else, that means your assets, it's not gonna be there to their new Shopify theme. So they will have to synchronize once again or run the same app. So your Asset API would execute the work you did. You get what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's all the bottlenecks or the problems with it. But yeah, depends how you would fix that issue. If you don't want to bother merchants to keep synchronizing, because it's also a bit hassling, right? You just want merchants to focus on their online store, on their storefront. And having this theme app extension and then Asset API, there's like disadvantages to both of them. So if you use Asset API, they will have to rely on you so that all of the sections that you want to add to their Shopify online store is updated. Whereas with theme app extension, they don't have to worry about the blocks, the sections. It's already there, regardless of whether they change the Shopify theme or not. If they change, it's still there. It's not gonna disappear. But yeah, the disadvantage is that you have those limitations. That's it. His chat is not updating. What do you mean? It's updating in real time. It is real time. I'm not using any stream elements or an extension, a plugin to display my chat. I'm literally just using the pop-up live chat. Maybe it's latency. It's weird, some of my messages are not showing. Really? It's showing fine to me. It's all good on my end. Okay, so that's just one of the ways. I hope it works out for you if you use Asset API. That's it. Anyway, let's go back to the VS Code and literally just undo what we did. Right. Let's just undo that. Okay, synchronized. Perfect. Then we can just go back here. Reload. Okay, so we got the hero section. That's perfect. It's already set. We don't need to do anything in there. I guess you will just also need to do the same thing for the image banner, but it has its own default value anyway. If you have an image, a default image you want to add here, you can do that as well. But yeah. That being said, since this is not... Oh, the reason why we didn't use any placeholder image for this setting is that we want to display it as is, like this. But if you want to add like an image, you can also do that. Right. Like that. Image left, image right, default. You can do that too. Okay. I guess we can start working on the next section, and it's going to be the footer section, because we still don't have that. That's also one of the things I didn't really work on my courses. I don't have a footer section there. So maybe this is for the students of my Udemy courses and my WeeklyHow courses. If you have taken my Shopify theme development course, this is for you. We're gonna work on the footer section. Let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open Google and type Tailwind CSS footer. Let's just use a reference. That's how I work all the time. And then once I find my reference, I'll start customizing it like how I want it to look like. Okay. So most of the time I use the free front end, just a reference. Tailwind UI, we do have footers there, but sometimes you have to pay for it. Some of the components. What about the Daisy UI? We can take a look at that. Tailwind Flex. Let's look at everything. Nothing wrong with that. That is ugly. I don't like that. This is fine. This is fine. I will just leave it for now. This one works too. I like that. This one works too. I like this. Actually, we're gonna work on this too, like the email list. I believe there is a way to do that. Let me go to GitHub, Shopify done. I believe there's a section here specifically for that, for getting emails. So sections, contact form, email sign up. Yeah, this one. So are they using like a form tag here? Let's just read through. I know you can't really read this. Let me just zoom in. Okay. When paragraph email form. Yeah. So we're using the customer API to get that. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. I'll take that. I'll take this one. Let's use the demo. Maybe there's something more. No, let's close that. It's all good. What about this? Nope. What about this? I don't see any interesting footer. Nada. Let's close that. Yeah, this is it. That's much better. What about in the mobile? Like that. Medium, large, full. Where's the code? I think it is the code. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go back to VS Code. I already copied the code. So what we need to do now is just create a new section file inside of the sections folder. And we'll call this footer.liquid. And just paste it here. And now we can just use this. Plugins, Tailwind CSS, forms. Yeah, we'll work on that later. Save that. And let's go back to layout in the theme.liquid. And usually we put the footer just underneath of the body. So we'll just add here the section. Section. And the section is footer. That's it. Save that. Let's go back to the browser. Where's my online store? This one. Okay, scroll down. Now we have the footer. That's just how easy it is. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Bye bye. I'm kidding. Now we can just start customizing this. What do you guys think? That's how easy it is, right? Pretty easy. I guess let's just break this down into parts. So we have the email list or the email form. This is the part. This part right here. And we have the navigation. That's the second part. We have the social media URL. Third part. And the footer. Or literally the end of the footer. So we have 4 parts that we need to work on. Let's start with the get the latest news. So if you look at it, how would you turn that into something that is customizable? So we have the image here. I assume that's for the logo of the company. We'll turn that into an input setting. So that's going to be type image, right? Second is the title. That's a text input setting. Next one is the same thing, text too. But the difference is probably they have styles. That's how you would look at it. Unless it's the form. You don't really need to create any input setting here. All we need to do is just to make the form, use the form tag, and use the customer API. That's it. And next up, for the URLs, we're gonna have to use a link list to create this. And the same thing, we did that here already in the navigational bar. That's basically how we're gonna do it as well. We're gonna use link list and reference the link list that you did in the admin and just display that. Loop through all the links. Pretty straightforward. Lastly, the social, not lastly, but second to the last is the social icons. Well, we have ways to implement this. It's either you create like a bunch of blocks for each social icons. That way they can add, they can remove, etc. But it's pretty limited. You can like just add Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, GitHub, or you can just implement more blocks. But let's just do it as is. We'll separate all these icons into snippets. I assume there's like SVG tag in that code that we copied, and we'll separate that into snippets files. And if you want to add another icons, if you add another social URL, you would need to create another snippet files for those social medias or platforms. Okay. And lastly, this thing right here, the terms conditions URL, privacy URL, cookies, and the all rights reserved. That's pretty straightforward, just text, except the terms and condition privacy policy and cookies. Probably need to create a separate input settings for this, like label and URLs. For this, it's just text. Okay. We good? Are you guys still alive? All right. So I guess we can start with the first part. The image, the icons, the logo, the heading title, the text, and the form. And that way we can type something here and start. That's also very ugly. And if you click sign up, you should create a new customer using the customer API. All right. How long have I been streaming? An hour and a half. So we're going somewhere. Perfect. Okay, so now I can just close the theme.liquid index.json. You know what? I'm gonna push the index.json and just add here update index.json with settings. Commit. Okay, that's good. Right. So let's do this one step at a time. I would assume that this thing right here is the icon. Okay. So we're gonna create a setting for this icon right here. It's using an SVG tag. So it's either you implement or create a snippet file for this, or just like, no, we're not gonna create this. We're not gonna separate this into snippet file. What we're gonna do, create a setting where the merchants can upload an image. That's how you should always do it. Okay, so at the very end, let's create a schema, and the name is going to be footer, obviously. And let's just indent this properly. And you know what? I will change, sorry about that. What did I do? Stupid. Okay. Change the indentation to 2. There we go. Create the setting. It's going to be a type image. Image picker. And the ID is going to be logo. And the label is going to be logo, right? Now we can just go back and literally just use the settings. So settings dot section dot not that dumbass section dot settings, and then the logo. But we need to put this into an image tag. So, sorry, am I swearing? We need to put this into an asset URL, right? No, it's not an asset URL. Image URL with a width of, how much width is height 18? You know what? Let's make it 100 pixel. And then the next filter is going to be the image tag. So image tag. That's it. And now we can just get rid of this SVG tag. You gotta be careful here. Yeah, I always forget. Sorry. We don't want to get banned, do we? Do we have any errors? Nope. We good. Okay, we good. So let's go back to our theme editor. we reload this time we should have the footer section. There it is. Footer, and now we have an image. Oh, so liquid error section footer line invalid URL input. And that is because we are not checking if this is available or not. So what we're gonna do, create an if, and the condition is going to be if section dot settings, settings dot logo is not equal to empty, then we move this here. Okay, or you can always say if section settings that logo is set, just display it. It works like that. Otherwise, I guess we can add a placeholder. I don't know. Let's do that. That makes me think. What did I do for the header? What do we have here? It's the Shrek logo, right? Yeah, we should use this. Let's put it here. Okay. Forgot about that. Let's go back, reload. So this time, since the image is empty, we should have Shrek. There it is. Perfect. Beautiful. Chef kiss. Shrek is back. Back at it again. But if we add an image, for example, this one. That should replace that. Okay, good. Let's remove that. Going back to Shrek. Awesome. So next up, I guess, is the heading title and this small text right here. Let's go back to VS Code. Let's create those input setting. But you know what? Let's already set it up here. We're going to create the object section.settings, and we'll call this footer underscore title. And here we'll create the same section.settings.footer text. That's it. Let's create that. The very bottom, create another set of settings. Type is going to be text. And the ID is going to be footer underscore text or title. And the value, the default value, get the latest news. Get the latest news. Just to see, I added more S just to see it works. And the label, footer, or let's just simplify that to title. That's good. And now we can just duplicate that. I might seem like in a hurry. It's just because it's pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do this anyway. So now we just need to change the ID to footer text, right? Was it text? Double check. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, footer text, right? And for the default value, you can add whatever. Just copy the lorem ipsum here with like more dots so we can see it works. And instead of the title for the label, we can change this to subtitle. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, yeah, subtitle. Subtitle. Let's save that. Let's go back to theme editor. And let's wait for it. Okay, so now we have the input settings, title and subtitle. If you scroll all the way down, now we have the get the latest news, and we can change this. I should also update here. Same thing here. Awesome. Perfect. So we can just put it back. It's working. Like that. Like that. Okay. From Cornelius. Hi, first time here. Welcome, Cornelius. Welcome to our Wednesday stream. Good to see you. Don't hesitate to ask questions like what you're doing now. What are you doing in this tutorial client projects? We're doing a Shopify theme project just for fun, basically. It's also a tutorial in a way. Like I said, if you have questions, you want to try something, if you want me to show something, don't hesitate. But it should be related to Shopify theme development. But yeah, we're just having fun here, learning new things all together. So in a way, this is a tutorial. Yeah. Welcome to the community. If this is your first time here, feel free to join us on Discord as well. Speaking of that, maybe I can update the description of my live stream. Because I remember I need to change that. Oh no, because I need to change that in my OBS, so that's my bad. But yeah, I guess I can just pin the URL that I added earlier. Pin. There you go. So that's the pin message. This your first time, don't hesitate to join us on Discord. And I'll see you there. And if you have anything to share, questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to say something. I'll appreciate that, to be honest. But regardless, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks a lot. I know you from older videos. Oh, really? Just hearing that makes me just feel old a little bit. Because it's been like years, right? We've come far. Very far. I remember just working with other stuff. Unity videos, Unity tutorials, and Shopify dropshipping back when it was still a thing. And now we're just doing this. A lot of things changed with Shopify. And in a way, it just makes me really happy and excited for them. It's really great. So I'm really lucky to be part of this community. And knowing that some of you enjoy my work and it helps. It's good. It's really nice. Your channel is cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's also very cool because earlier someone said that husband and wife watched took my courses and they liked my work. It's just really, really nice to read, really nice to hear. Yeah, sometimes you just don't notice those things if you worked for public and they just consume your product. You don't really see those things, those side of, the other side. People taking your course, people consuming your work, and just knowing that people like your work, especially a couple, it just goes to my heart. It's very sweet. The only thing I haven't heard yet I know there's like successful businesses who I helped through videos, but I'd really like to hear is like, oh, because of your work, because your videos, I got like 1 million. I got million revenue. Imagine that. And I'm here like, I don't even have 1 million. How did you do that? Right? It'll be so funny, but we'll get there. A longer feedback. I'm doing Shopify dev, helping clients for everyday tasks, integration, SEO, as a freelance for about a year after I finished school, and I feel like the Shopify ecosystem lacks content to start to learn with. Exactly. But I think they're doing their best. To be fair, the e-commerce industry moves really fast. And I feel like, I think one of the things that I would say is that they're taking so many things all at once and they can't keep up like properly. That's how I would look at it. Like, for example, there were things that they released earlier, before, like around the summer 2023 Shopify edition, and they haven't released some of the things there. Like, I felt like some of them were abandoned because they were focusing on better things. Like AI, for example. Yeah, I just felt like they're taking so many things all at once. Which is good in all. They care. They care so much in the e-commerce industry, which is really nice. But yeah, I agree. They're lacking of like documentation and things. I mentioned this earlier too. The Shopify keyword for the value. There's no documentation for that. And we don't even know what that means or how to use it. Like, remember what I used earlier? The Shopify, this thing right here. It's like a keyword or something. And you can like reference pages and its ID, like about us, for example. Like, what is the syntax? It feels like an expression. It is an expression, but how do you even use this? Is it like an API? Is it GraphQL? I don't know, but it's missing a documentation for that specific expression. We don't know how it works. But if you learn, say, Python, you'll find answers to even the nichest question you have. Yeah, because there's literally a lot of people using Python. Same with React. There's a huge community. With Shopify, I believe it's not as big as we want to imagine. I mean, there's like millions or thousands of merchants, sure. But do we have plenty of developers that literally work with Shopify? Maybe not. What was here before? Get the latest news, yeah. Oh, there we go. Save it. So yeah, I agree. From Nikhil, hi, welcome, and I like that you have a membership badge. I like that everyone just have a new badge. If you take another month with the membership, it's gonna change to a different badge. I look forward to see that. Yeah, it's because most of it was like gifted by Cornell. So I wonder what's gonna happen next month. Everyone's just gonna have the next badge. But it's really cool. I like that. I like that. I see badges in there. I was working with new icons. No, I was working with new emojis. So now that we have plenty of members, you're gonna see more emojis later. So we're gonna make a bunch of meme stuff. A bunch of my face. Memeable face. I'll add it as an emoji. Or maybe I should do now. I'm just gonna screenshot it and just make it into emoji. But no, I'm working on it. Bernard memes, yeah. That's one of my goals is to become a meme myself. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'll do it on Monday. Yeah, right? Just gonna make a bunch of meme for my community. I'm not even gonna bother reading that name. Hi. Shitak. I'm definitely reading that wrong. Hello, do you still use Tailwind CSS on real projects? Yes. I'm so used to Tailwind now. I'd like to learn Sass or SCSS too for my next projects. But yeah, Tailwind CSS is my main CSS framework. Like for example, in my internship, we used Tailwind. That's what I used. It's pretty straightforward, easy to customize. I like that. But yeah, also I started learning Vue. Remember Bleach? A couple weeks ago we did the Vue.js app, a very simple one. I continued it and turned it into my portfolio page in a way. And I started using like Vuetify, a framework for like styling Vue.js apps. And there's another one like Vue, I don't know, I forget the name. It's pretty cool. This is a Ukrainian name. I'm sending love to Ukraine. Hello everyone. How do you pronounce it though? Katak? I'm just gonna copy your name. Put in like translate.
Stas Krywianczuk.
Stas Krywianczuk.
Stas Krywianczuk.
Stas Krywianczuk. Did I nail it? I thought it was Russian, yeah. Stas Krywianczuk.
Stas Krywianczuk.
Stas Krywianczuk. Did I do it well? I hope so. Okay, I thought it was like Katak. I mean, English, right? So cringe. But anyway, welcome, Stas. Thank you for joining us. I'm seeing new faces here and there. Welcome to Cornelius. Welcome to Nikhil. Welcome to Parham. Shout out to every single one of you. Welcome to Badar. Did I ignore Badar? No, I didn't. I'm pretty sure I said hello to Abdul. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of new faces. Josh, David. Yeah, that was him. I was really flattered. Fazal Jarrell. What's the plan today? Well, we did a bunch of updates to our online store. We centrified, is that even a word? We add like an input setting to make this into sender. Same with the buttons. We did that. We just finished the hero section. That's pretty much it. So now we're working on the footer section. That's what we're working on right now. So thank you for the question, Fazal. I hope you can join us and learn with us. That would be great. So yeah, if you guys are new to the community or to WeeklyHow, don't hesitate to join our Discord server. It's literally like, I don't know where the chat is, but it's in the pinned message right over here. Am I pointing at it right? Is it right there? I hope so. Imagine I'm just pointing to the wall. Okay, that being said, now we're done with the get latest news. We're done with the icon, this thing right here. Let's just start working with the form. So that way, if we add an email, click sign up, bam, create a new customer using the customer API. Let's go back here in the done and just use this as a reference. So according to the done, we need to use a form tag and use the customer API. That's pretty much it. And how many input fields do we need there? Just one, and that's the contact email. That's all. And a button to submit it. Pretty straightforward. And perhaps we can add an error. Yeah, we can do that. Fun question from Fazal. Why can't we add a new line in inline rich text? Inline rich text. I don't follow. Is that like, is that a input setting? I don't remember that. Inline rich. No, it's not an input setting. Because I know rich text is an input setting type. Or maybe no, it's supposed to be all. Oh, it's this one. Oh, okay. It is. So what's the question? Why can't we add a new line in inline rich text? Like a next line, right? Technically you can with like break. Oh, you can't. Doesn't support. It does I mean, it's inline. So we're gonna use, instead of inline rich text, you use just rich text. And that's what I use most of the time. I don't really use inline rich text. That's why there's two of them. There's rich text and there's inline rich text. If you just want just one line of text, inline rich text. But if you want to add like a break lines, that's where you're gonna use rich text. I rarely use this. So that's why I'm confused. I never really used that. But that's a good question. Why can't we use next line for this one? I mean, I don't really know the right answer to this. It's just how it is. It's because it's inline rich text. They just called it inline rich text because it's inline. So that's why you can't use break lines here. What do you think about Shopify Winter update? Good question. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because I haven't like finished working on it. But I guess my unpopular opinion about it is that it's not a lot. It's good. I like that now we have a bunch of variants. We can now use a bunch of variants, 2000, previously just hundreds. But now we can make like 2000. I like that. The second one is the theme blocks. I really like that. And what else? Yeah, the semantic search. I also like the part where now we can promote our Shopify apps. And yeah, that too, the AI background for a product. Yeah, sorry, I forget about that. I like that as well. But you see, one thing that I don't like about it is that I felt like they just released it for the sake of like releasing it. Some of it is not yet done. Felt like it's not yet finished. I tried the theme blocks. I'm working on a video about that. And it still feels not finished. It works, but it doesn't feel like it's finished. That's my opinion about it. I felt like the Shopify Edition Winter 2024 is just an announcement of things that will come later on. I don't know, maybe it's just my unpopular opinion. But overall, I like some of the things that they released. Yeah. So what else? Summer edition. And also, I feel like most of the features that they released, you would need to subscribe to Shopify Plus. Most of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. But I've read some of it, and most of it, you will need to subscribe to Shopify Plus before you can use it. And I haven't seen much merchants use Shopify Plus. I've only worked with a few merchants that uses Shopify Plus. Just a handful. I can count it. More than a handful? No. So if they're using Shopify Plus, good for them. But for regular merchants, I don't know if that's a lot for them. But yeah, anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure they're still gonna release new things and updates, and I look forward to it. What about you guys? What are the things that you guys are excited about besides the AI background? I like the fact that you can, like I said, I like the fact that you can promote your Shopify apps now. But it's just unfair too, because you can't do that with Shopify themes. Shopify themes, they don't have promotions. I was in a meeting with Shopify, and they said like there's not much. I don't know if this is the right sentence, what he said. He said like there's not much priority in that area of like promoting Shopify themes. I don't know if that's the right quote. I shouldn't be quoting someone, to be honest. Ow, shit. Shoot. Shopify function. Oh yeah, Shopify functions. It's great too. And also like checkout extensions. Or now that you can customize your Shopify checkout, your checkout. I hurt myself. Sorry. Not bad. Anyway, let's continue with our footer. If you have more questions, feel free to let me know. And just a disclaimer, don't take my word for it. Sometimes I say shit. See? You know what? Never mind. Let's move on. I'm not even gonna bother. If we get banned in here, I'm gonna stop live streaming. I'm pretty sure we can say bad words, but not too much bad words. Okay, let's go back to VS Code. Why can we not use JavaScript as it is instead of using a framework or Shopify theme dev? I mean, that's what we're doing, right? We're not using any framework. We're not using React. We're not using Vue.js. Just vanilla ones. Why are we not using vanilla CSS? Well, you can. You can use vanilla CSS. I'm just lazy. It's a lot of work to create CSS. It's a lot of work. Creating your own classes. I mean, technically it's the same with like Tailwind because you are using these classes one step at a time. But my opinion about Tailwind CSS is that it's much cleaner for me instead of creating my own style sheet. Because if I start, let me show you. If I start doing this, if I start adding theme or style.css, just an example. And if I start developing component styles here, it can get messy. That's why I don't like it. So there's one time what I did is I did this for each component. I would separate it with comments like this. This thing right here is for navigational bar. And this thing right here is for product page. I'm basically like separating them with comments. It's still messy because now we have here header and we have font size 10 pixels whatsoever. You have all of these classes here, and the more you create styles, it just gets messier for me. Because imagine you have plenty of classes already and you have to come back to it, right? Now imagine our style.css is this. It's just a huge like style sheet. Now, since you have all these classes, what you're gonna start finding, wait, did I have a class called header section? Did I have a class called product or card? You're gonna start like searching, and if you don't find it, you're gonna get confused and you're gonna start building another you're gonna start building the class for the card. But what if you already did have a class card, but you just forget, or I just forget the right class name? That's why I don't bother creating my own classes. And that's why I like Tailwind, because it's just straightforward. If I want to style a component, I'll just use utility classes. But what I'm gonna do usually, once I'm done with the Shopify theme, for example, once I'm done with everything is styled, everything is good, at the end of my project, I will start compiling them into a class. And what I'm doing is, for example, we have a snippet called product card. I will compile all of this class into one class, and I'll put it in the src tailwind.css, and I'll do it like this. You see, even this is messy. It's very messy. Now imagine you have a lot of this. That's why I don't like creating this. But it's inevitable. You will still need to create this. But I do that mostly at the end of my project. I don't do that during development. Because, yeah, like I said, if you have created a style component and you need to like go back to it, sometimes I forget things. And that's my fault. But it's just me, I guess. I know some people would do CSS styles, their own classes, during development, and it works for them. Not me. I am messy with CSS. And that's why I use Tailwind. Video idea for WeeklyHow: how to set up Tailwind in Shopify themes from scratch. Well, I mean, it's in my course. I don't have a video, yes. Okay, I guess that's a good idea. Thank you, Fazal. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But I think my one problem with like, especially new merchants, for example, is that if they want to customize their Shopify theme, for example, Dawn, if they want to do that, and they watch my video, and I used, for example, Tailwind CSS, most of the time what they'll do is use the CDN of Tailwind CSS and just put it in the theme.liquid as is in the head tag, and they'll start using the classes. It works, but don't forget that there could be conflicts with like classes. That's one of the problems with it. So if you integrate Tailwind CSS with existing themes like Dawn, if you use Tailwind, don't be surprised that it's gonna break, because some classes that existed in Dawn can have a conflict with Tailwind CSS classes. Yeah, hence from scratch, like for devs with CLI integration. Yeah, sure, I'll keep that in mind. But you can also, I think we already did cover it as well live in our like previous live stream. We did it already, but sure, I'll create a separate video specifically for setting up Tailwind in Shopify themes from scratch. Yeah. Is it not free for view on my courses? I don't think so. But yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much for the request, Fazal. But yeah, it's just I have so many deadlines to follow. Next week I need to release my new video. Because now I'm actually sponsored by Shopify. I don't know if I said that in the past, but they'll be sponsoring my video. And yeah, I need to follow some deadlines. Not that bottle. Holy. Shut up. Don't. You guys are nasty. You guys are nasty. Crazy. Sponsoring how? Well, they already like, we had a meeting already, we talked. And yeah, they'll be sponsoring my video. So now I can start saying this video is sponsored by Shopify. And let the man drink in peace. Yeah, come on. It's just water. Give me a... Anyway, yeah. They'll be sponsoring me, and that's what's gonna happen. I'll be focusing on releasing videos specifically for the winter edition, winter 2024. But at the same time, I'm working on this sketch. I'm working on a sketch for a live stream, and also for like Shopify. I have like a sketch that I'm working on. It's a funny one. I hope so. I hope I'm funny. So yeah, many good things to come. There's plenty of things to come, and I'm looking forward to just keep working on things. That's great. You have the best Shopify theme dev course out there, so you deserve it. Thank you so much, Thiago, and welcome to our stream. Good to see you here. I appreciate the feedback. But you know, it's funny because when I had like a meeting with Shopify, and I've seen a bunch of like known people. I've seen Han in the meeting. He barely talked. I've seen him there. I've seen Matthias. He was in the meeting. And yeah, just being in that space of Shopify developers talking about Shopify, it's it's crazy, and I feel really, you know, like, do I even belong here? Imposter syndrome. So I couldn't really talk much. I want to talk, but I couldn't because I don't want to embarrass myself. Maybe that's also why Han doesn't talk. Maybe I can relate. But yeah, I've seen a lot of developers there that I know, and also a bunch of merchants or businessmen. It was a huge meeting. Good stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like they know things better than me, and knowing that my work somehow is one of the best is just, I feel like grateful. Chat disconnected. Please wait. Okay, my chat is disconnecting. No way, definitely belong there. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I was invited, so maybe, yeah, I belong there. Imposter syndrome is a bad thing. Yeah, it can happen. It can definitely happen to everyone. It's not just for developers. But yeah, it was a fun event. So many things. But also there was like time where like the event coordinator, or the one who managed the event, asked like, you guys have any questions? You guys have any questions here? We'll take a 5 minutes, 10 minutes break for questions. And literally the meeting was like dead silence. It's nothing but silence. And luckily, like, Matthias, or one of the guys, started like raising their hands. It was funny. It was awkward for the first couple of minutes, but then it got better, luckily. Who is Matthias? It's he's a developer. He's also like a Shopify ambassador. I don't know his last name, but I follow him on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. A person. I think his name is like. It's not him. Matthias. Yeah, Matt. Oh, it's him. Matt. It's him. Yeah, who was there? You guys know him? Big fan. It's a great one. The wide bundle guy. So yeah, it was there. So just being part of that meeting with those people feels overwhelming, but at the same time, it's great. Okay, what about you guys? Hold on. Definitely belong there. But yeah, that being said, I felt like there's not much people or developers or content creator covering Shopify. It's just us. So we start like searching Shopify development here. It's just Han, me, and Code Inspire. And that's him, right? Matt DeSosa? Gadget. There's not much known people. That's it. Yeah, him, Chris. Oh, he's not even in here. 6 more. And Coding Space. I don't think I've seen him in the meeting. I don't think I've seen Chris in the meeting as well. So that's surprising. He's a good one. Sometimes I watch his video and I use his as a reference.
All right, so it's once again that time of the year when Shopify announces brand new features to the Shopify platform, and
Yeah. So I didn't see him there. So that's quite surprising. Okay. Anyway, let's just continue. And once again, if you have guys anything to share, questions, don't hesitate to share it. Chris is great at his content. Yeah. I like his content. I like the way he makes his thumbnail as well. I wanna do the same without like trying to be obvious of like copying it. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to make my original, my unique thumbnail. But you see, it's so difficult because I'm not very consistent with my thumbnail. It's annoying. You know what? That being said, I'll improve myself. I'll try to be better with like thumbnails. Let's move on with this thing. But you guys get what I mean, right? With the style why I'm not using CSS style sheets. Shut up. Shut up. Stop with the nasty remarks. I'm gonna ban you. I'm kidding. Okay. We get the logo, we get the footer text. Yeah, I guess we can start doing the form. So we just replace this with a form tag. That's it. So form, not that, form. And now we can just use customer. And we don't need this. And we just need to move all of this here. That's it. And notice that here it's using with full. We can just create here. No, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. How to add like a class there. Form type, cart, customer, form content. What did they do here? Form. Oh, you can actually use class. I didn't remember that. Anyway, let's go back here. I thought you can't. So with full. Now we can just get rid of the form tag. Okay. Let's take a look at the HTML elements. So we have the label, and we want to get rid of the spaces here. Label user email. That's good, I guess. Placeholder. We want to get rid of that. We don't need it, honestly. Class with full border, none. Focus border transparent. Focus ring transparent. I'm gonna add focus outline none, because notice that if we click, for some reason it's getting this outline here. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Let's try. So for the button, I believe we just need to replace this with primary. Because we already have a bunch of classes, right? For primary buttons, we set it up previously. So we just need to add here primary, or button first, then button hyphen primary. And margin top 1, I guess we'll leave it as is with full. BGTil, we'll get rid of that. The padding, we'll get rid of that. Text small, we'll get rid of that. Font bold, we'll get rid of that. Uppercase, we'll leave it as is. Text white, get rid of that. Get rid of the hover. Okay, I think that's good. Save that. Let's reload. Did we get any issues? Get an error? Okay. Scroll down. We don't have the button now. What happened? Let's take a look at the element. So we have a button here. Button class. Okay. Oh, I think I'm using the wrong class. It's not supposed to be button primary. I think it's supposed to be primary button. Primary button. From Toy B. Sorry if I'm murdering your name. Maxim. Thanks for tutorial. You're welcome. I'm glad it's helpful. Thank you so much for watching them. And thank you for joining us here tonight. Good to see you. Okay, let's reload this. Hopefully it works. Okay, there it is. Now we have the sign up button. Okay. Now it's using the color scheme that we have here as well. So that's good. Now let's fix that. I don't like it's blinking here and there. Because we already did the setting schema or the color scheme. So on primary hover, we'll just change that to like that. Let's save. So now if we hover that, it should not go into white anymore. That's fine. Great. So now let's try to send this form. So Bernie@bernie.com. Sign up. There you go. Let's go back to the admin. Customers. Where's Bernie? It didn't work. Bernie didn't work. So there probably is an error. So we need to implement that error. So how did they do that? Oh, the reason why it didn't work is because of the name. We haven't really set it up properly. So let's go back here. We need to change the name. Name. What is the value? Contact email. Contact email. That's it. So if you're using form customer, the input field that you need to pass is the contact email. And also, maybe we can add like an error or something. How can we do that? It's either we just literally display like a alert something. We can do that. So we're gonna say if form.errors, then we display that error. What do you call that, by the way? CSS alert pop up. It's not a pop up. It's something that you see at the bottom. It's like a notification or something. Yeah, kind of like something like this. Like a notification. What happened? Whoop, that's looks like a virus or something. Anyway, I wanted to display this, something like this. So maybe we can just do tailwind CSS pop up alert. Mr. Sharp, make clips of these videos. Yeah. I don't know if I should like make a separate channel for clips or I just literally upload it on WeeklyHow. You know what? We can do that. I already talked about this in the past or in the previous live stream on Twitch. Like I would record the entire stream and just clip it, turn it into an actual video. But I need to make sure that I know what I'm gonna talk about, because if I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, I don't know, I'm gonna edit. It's complicated. Hold on. Alerts. Not like that. maybe something like this. But I'll make the position absolute. So they're like position at the bottom. So let's do it here. If form that errors, then we'll just display this. And what is the error message? Form errors messages email. Okay. What about here? Okay. Form errors messages. We'll just replace this with the object form that errors dot messages dot just messages, and let's change this to error. That's it. And for this, no, we'll just change that later. What I'm gonna do, try it, make sure that we make an error. For example, tak tak tak. It should cause an error because it's not an email. It's just a, what's the name? Okay, that's unfortunate. What I wanna do, yeah, because it's type email. Maybe let's turn it into text first. I just want to see the error. I just want to see the error first before we do something. There you go. So we got an error. Email is invalid. So since we have this email, what we're gonna do is go back to the error and just use here messages that email, and it'll just say is invalid, right? Maybe we can just append here something email. Okay. And let's do it again. Sign up. There you go. It says email is invalid. Now we just want to make sure that this is aligned properly. You know what? I'm not gonna make it into absolute. I think it's, you know what? Let's make it absolute. Whatever. Never mind. I'll just add margins here. I don't know why I'm making it too complicated. So since this is an error, this is not going to be teal. It's going to be red. Red. And that's it. And I'll just add like a margin Y4. Reload it. How do you add Tailwind to it? Well, we installed it using npm. There you go. Error, email is invalid. And this icon here needs to be also using red. That's it. That's it. Now we can just turn the type back to email. It's fine. Now if we scroll down, we should have this error. Perfect. And now we can just start typing bernie@bernie.com. If we click sign up, that's good. Let's go back to the admin, reload. We should have bernie@bernie.com, and I am subscribed. Email subscribe. So that's how you create those email subscription form. So how do you add Tailwind to it? Well, like I said, we used Tailwind. We used npm to install Tailwind, and we set up the configuration. We created the source file where we added the Tailwind. This right here. The base components, the utilities, and once you have the configuration, make sure they also add the content right here. Actually, there's a shorter way to do this. If you're that lazy, you can literally just get rid of that and just use a wildcard like so. And that should read everything you have here, but I'd rather use specific folders that I want to look at, because what if you have another folder, for example src or locales, that's also gonna be scanned. But yeah, so yeah, be specific with your folders in the Tailwind configuration. And plugins here, I remember it says like Tailwind forms, but I'm not gonna bother adding that. I don't think it's necessary. So let's just get rid of that. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the first part of the footer. This is good. Shrek doesn't look good. He looks thinner. But yeah, we'll continue with the next part of the footer, and that's going to be the navigation. How do we do that? Well, let's go back to the admin and let's go to navigation. We have here the menu for footer. Let's open that. And we just have search. And let's just add a bunch of things. So search, we can add home, we can add about us, we can add, what else can we add? Contact. You know what, let's just copy all this. Services, one-on-one coaching, I don't want to use that. Company review, meet the team. Oh, come on, there you go. All right, Bleached. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And yeah, I forgot to ask you, like, you had exam yesterday or today, right? Hope everything went well. But yeah, good luck. Good luck with your exam tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Take care. Bye bye. Sleep well. Okay, I guess let's just Let's just leave it as is for now. So home search about us meet the team. That's good. And we can just use this in the link list. So let's go back to VS Code. I'll just use the header.liquid as a reference and take a look at our list. So we have 4 for each link in the link list, footer, that links, we loop through that. But the thing is, if you want to do it like this, where you can have a bunch of columns, right? If you want to do it like this, you have options. It's to make blocks for them, right? So let's try it using blocks. What I'm gonna do is just minimize this. This is good. Minimize this. This is good. And this is for the icon. So I'm assuming this column right here, all of this is for the links. So we're going to create blocks for that. It's going back here in the schema. Let's create the blocks. And the name will be link list or menu of links. I think that's fine. And the type we'll use I'm not sure if there's a block type link list. Let me double check. Link list. Yeah, there's link list. Okay. For blocks, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Let's try link underscore list. What else do we have here? Let's just not add setting. Let's try here, blocks. And let's go back to the, let me just double check if we get any errors. There's no errors, that's good. Reload. Do we require to add classes manually to all sections in div theme? No, really. Class is just for styling your own theme. You're not required to add them. Tailwind classes. Not really. Regarding styling your own Shopify themes, it's all up to you if you use Tailwind classes or create your own classes or use something else. Bootstrap, don't matter. But I would say that you are required to make sure that your Shopify theme is styled or looks good. Suppose I have a done theme and want add tailwind to it then. Okay. What is the question specifically? Are you required to add tailwind? If you want to use utility classes that I'm using here, you are required to, yeah, you need to add tailwind. Otherwise, no, you don't really need to. You can create your own classes. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's all up to you. Right, so I guess we can go back to the footer. And now we can add links. Can keep adding links. And what you want to do, since there's like 4 of them, this is what we're gonna do. Okay. And we'll just give them settings. Now if I have a Dawn theme and add Tailwind to it, then all need to be replaced manually in Dawn, correct? No. You don't need to replace everything from the Dawn. You just have to make sure that there's no conflict. I believe with Tailwind CSS you can add prefix, though I'm not sure. Tailwind CSS prefix. Yeah, I think you can do that. Yeah. To make sure that you don't make any conflicts. You can add like TW hyphen so that it's not conflicting with Dawn's classes. So now if you want to use Tailwind classes, you can just add your prefix plus the utility class that you want to use. That's how I would do it if you want to add Tailwind CSS on top of Dawn. Yeah. Just make sure that there's no conflict. That's just my suggestion. That can happen. Okay, so now we have the blocks. We can just add them settings. Like settings. And it's going to be type linked list. And the ID is going to be footer link list. And the label will just add linked list. That is it. That is it. I guess we can make a default value and set it to footer. Because if you don't know, footer is what we have here in the handle. So you can use that as a default value here. Let's try that. Let's save. Let's go back to the theme editor. And if we open the footer, add links, we have the footer menu now. Perfect. And we can add as many links as you want. Okay, so now what we want to do is loop through that. Make sure that we're using the blocks. So let's do it here. We have this. So we just need to create here the switch. But I want to use a reference, and that's going to be the hero. Because we used blocks here as well. Right? So we need to loop through the blocks and check the type. So let's do that here. For each block in section that blocks, we need to check if the type is footer links. So case, and then should be the block that type is footer underscore link, because the ID that we have here Oh, it's supposed to be link list, not footer link. Oh, you know what? Let's change this to footer link. Footer link. It's going to be the ID of the block. So when footer link, we're gonna do is just copy this div, put it here, and that's it. We just want to change this to block to be the object block dot settings dot, we don't have yet a title, but I think you can use the title here because we have a title here. So we should be able to use the footer link list dot title. We can try that. And then we need to loop through once again inside of the footer link list. So let me just close that Explorer tab, and inside of this UL tag, we're just gonna loop through. So hold on, let me just get rid all of this and leave one list, or li, list item, and create a for tag here. And the condition this time is going to be for each link in block dot settings dot footer link list. So for each link in the footer link list, we'll create the link list or the list item. Oopsies. We'll just move this here. Okay. And for the href, we'll replace that with link dot URL. And for the title, we'll replace this with the link the title. So link dot title. That's it. That's pretty much it. Oh, let me just indent all of this properly so it's cleaner. So once again, for each block in section.blocks, for each block that we did here, since all these blocks are blocks, it's gonna loop through that, and we're gonna check when the case block type is footer link. If it's footer link, since they're all footer links anyway, we're gonna create this div and loop through the link list. Okay, and create the link items or the list items. That should work now. So if we save this, go back here, reload the page, scroll down, and now if we add a link, now we have the footer menu, but we don't have the links, which is weird. So let's just save this and try to debug what happened. Why is it not working? So let's go back here in the home page, open the inspect elements. Let's just select the footer menu here. It doesn't have anything in the unordered list element. So this is not working. So footer link list. Footer link list. Link in block.settings footer link list dot links. Am I doing it right? Let me just go back to header.liquid. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Yeah, it's supposed to be links. So footer link list dot links. This time it should work. There you go. I just forgot the links. So footer menu, now we have the home, the search, about us, meet the team. And now we can just duplicate all that. Now we can go back here, reload this, scroll down, and add another linked list, and now there's 2 of them. If you add another one, there's 3 of them. If you add another one, there's 4 of them. If you add another one, there's 5 of them, and so on. Okay, if you want, you can just change this. Instead of footer menu, change to main menu, and that should work. Okay. Oh, I wanted to change that. Footer menu, select, save. There you go. That's it. Now we can just get rid of all of these things here that were added earlier. All this div, get rid of that. For the helpful links, get rid of that. The legal, we can get rid of that. Downloads, can finally get rid of that. Okay, save it. Go back to the browser, reload the page, and now it's just footer menu, which finally worked. Finally worked when we already have the links, and they should all work. Okay. Right, so we're almost done. Now we just focus on the URLs, the social URLs. How would you implement it? Let's make this interactive. How would you guys implement this if you guys want to do this? Raise your hand. Anyone? Anyone can answer? How would you implement the social links? Think about it like you want to add more, not just what you're seeing here. I think the problem with this is just the icons. So one way you can implement this is pretty limited or predefined. They're like predefined social media platforms that can be added in the footer. You know what I mean? So how would you implement this? Because first of all, there's no such thing as icon in the setting. So there's no way to create them. You can use like image picker, but it's not really consistent in a way. So, okay. No one wants to say something. It's fine. How I would do it, I would just predefine all the components or all the social media platforms, like as blocks, right? So I'll create a bunch of blocks specifically for Facebook, for Twitter, for X, for Instagram, for YouTube, for GitHub, LinkedIn, you name it. They're all predefined blocks. That's how I would do it. And if someone wants to, like, for example, if you have a Shopify theme, you already published it. If someone wants to add custom platform, they can always like contact you to add that. That's one way to do it. And that's a good thing because you can update your themes. Okay, and it's not that difficult, to be honest. So let's do it that way. So here, what we're gonna do, we'll create a bunch of blocks once again. So blocks. Yeah, I'll just create a block here. The name is going to be social link. Social platform. Or hold on. Since this is a block, we'll just call it the platform itself. For example, what do we have here? Facebook. So Facebook Facebook. And we'll give it a type of Facebook link. And we'll give it settings. And that's going to be the URL. So type URL and the ID Facebook URL, and the value for the label is just Facebook URL. And then we don't need default, it's fine. And that's pretty much it. We'll just do the same thing for the other platforms. So let's copy this, add comma, add another block, and we'll change this to, instead of Facebook, we'll call it what? Instagram. So Instagram. And we'll change this to Instagram. Like that. And we'll copy this once again for the next platform. It's going to be Twitter. There's no such thing as Twitter anymore, so maybe skip that. Let's go with GitHub. GitHub. And change this to GitHub. GitHub URL. And let's skip this. We don't really need that. Okay, so we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have GitHub. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna loop through the blocks, but not here. We're not gonna do it here because you don't want to check here the block type social buttons here. We're not gonna do it there. We'll do it here, where we can find the Facebook, the Instagram, and the GitHub. So inside of the unordered list, we're gonna loop through the blocks. So for each block in the section that blocks, we're gonna check the block.type when its value is set to Facebook. What did I say again? Facebook link, Instagram link, GitHub link. So here, Facebook link, and we'll just duplicate this 3 times. When it's Instagram link, and when this is GitHub link. So now we can just copy this link item and put it underneath of the Facebook when tag. And that's it. we just need to replace the value of href to block.settings.facebook URL. And we'll do the same thing for the Instagram link and GitHub link. So copy the link item tag, or list item tag, sorry, and just change the href. Instead of Facebook URL, this time we'll use .instagram URL. Next, for the GitHub link, paste the same list item, change the setting to GitHub URL, and also the span should be GitHub, and the second one should be Instagram. Also, we need to update the SVG too, because what we're gonna do, instead of doing it like this, maybe you want to just separate this into a snippet file, right? So let's go here in the snippets folder. Let's create a new file and we'll call it icon-facebook.liquid. And we'll create another snippet file for Instagram.liquid. And lastly, for GitHub. So icon-github.liquid. And now all we need to do is just to move the SVG tag of Facebook here in the icon facebook.liquid. You can indent this back like so, save it, and now we can close it. And now we can just focus on the other icons. So Instagram, I believe this is the SVG tag. So let's cut that, put it in the icon Instagram.liquid. Indent that properly, save it, close it, and let's move on to the next icon. That's for GitHub. Let's copy that, paste it here, indent them properly, save it, close, and now we can start getting rid of all of these link items or list items. We don't need them anymore. Same with the Twitter, we don't need that. Instagram, that's it. And now notice that our code is getting smaller. It's not as much as before. Okay. So now, I guess all we need to do is just to use the snippets. So how can we use the snippets? We'll use the render tag and reference the file icon-facebook. That's it. That's pretty much it. And we'll do the same thing here. Get rid of the SVG tag, use the render tag and reference the file icon Instagram. And for the GitHub, replace the SVG tag with a render tag and use the icon hyphen Instagram GitHub. Perfect. That's it. We can save this and go back to the theme editor. Now if we reload, scroll down, we won't have any icons, but if we add a block, and now we have all this Facebook, Instagram, GitHub. If we select Facebook, we should have the Facebook icon here. And we could do the same thing for the Instagram, and we can do the same thing for the GitHub. That's it. Now the problem here is that you can add another one. It's gonna duplicate that. So what you want to do to fix that is to add limit. So here for each block, you want to add like a limit and set it to 1. If you just want one. We'll do the same thing for the Instagram link and for the GitHub link. Just want 1. That way you won't be able to make another block. Okay, let's try it again. Reload. go back to footer, and if we add a block, Facebook, you won't be able to find the Facebook again because you just limit it to one. It's not gonna add anything. Okay? It's not gonna allow you to add the same block. So we can save that, and if we click this block, you should be able to add a URL too, which is perfect. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it. We still have the footer text and the URLs. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You can basically do the same thing. Just create a input text for the company name and terms and conditions. That's it. Now I'm gonna end the stream here because I have already streamed for 3 hours. I'm just gonna limit it to there. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask it now before we end this. If you have any questions. If you guys have any requests for the next time, we'll be finishing this obviously next Wednesday, and maybe we can add something else to it if there's someone who wants me to add something. But yeah, that's all for now. We'll close this now. Input settings too. But it looks great. I like that. Now we have the header, and we have the hero that is fixed. We have this image with banner. That's great. And now we have this footer. So we made huge progress. And now I believe if we go to another page, for example, log in, we should still have the footer. So that's great. I should actually fix this. It looks really ugly. If we zoom out, that's how it looks like. Okay. Well, I guess there's nothing else anymore. No questions whatsoever, no remarks, no feedbacks. Okay, perfect. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Don't hesitate to join us on Discord and communicate there. If you guys have anything to say, request, feedbacks. And don't hesitate to introduce yourself, by the way. Okay. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Shout out to Bleached once again, and Fazal. Shout out to Thiago. Shout out to Stas. Shout out to Nikhil, Cornelius. And shout out to Parham and Abdul. And shout out to Josh, especially, for joining tonight's stream. I really appreciate every single one of you. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you next week on Monday. We'll be back. It's gonna be late because I will start my work next week. Pretty exciting. Look forward to it. But I'll still be back. I'll still stream. So I'll see you there. Alright? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom, boom to the beat. Make it boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm glad to be alive. Cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I'm young and dumb and hopeless, right? But I'm